Hello friends, Sara Gaston here. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know why I'm suddenly doing this odd voice, but if you know me, you know that sometimes happens. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about a question I get asked a lot, which is, am I ready to get an agent? And if so, how do I get an agent? Now here's the thing that you need to know about having an agent. First of all, there are a certain amount of jobs that you can self-submit for on an independent or student level without having an agent. But if you want to get seen for the higher level movies, episodics, and commercials, you're going to need to have an agent. Depending on what market you're in, you might need to have several agents. If you're in one of the more regional markets, such as Houston, Louisiana, or Atlanta, one agent may do the trick. But if you are in one of the larger markets like Los Angeles and New York, you may have several agents. For example, if you are in New York, you might have an agent simply for stage plays. Same thing with Los Angeles. You might have a commercial agent, but no theatrical agent, which means you're not going to get sent out for the bigger films and episodics. So it's important to understand your market and what's going to benefit you most in that market. The thing you also need to understand is that different agencies have different submission requirements, so you're going to need to do a little research. Now, if you have no idea how to even find an agent, you could Google them. You can also go to the Screen Actors Guild website, and they will have a list of SAG franchised agencies in your area. Now, it doesn't mean that if an agency is not SAG franchised, that they are not a good, legitimate agency. It just means that they don't fulfill certain criteria that allow them to be SAG franchised. So the big question is, are you ready for an agent? Okay, let's think of a few things. First of all, how long have you been an actor, right? So it could be that you've been an actor in high school, or you've been an actor in college, or maybe you've done some community theater, or maybe you do things like role play, at a Renaissance festival, or you do cosplay with your friends. But you really want to look at what is your body of work, because the idea of having a professional agent is that you are ready to work at a professional level. An agent is not going to train you. They expect you to have the training, and they expect you to show up and be ready to do the job. Think about it this way. If you wanted to apply to a law firm, they might say, for example, want to know if you've gone to law school or if you have your paralegal certification. If you just show up and say, well, I have absolutely no experience, but I sure do want to be a lawyer, then they're probably going to say, you might need to go to school. So that's the thing. When you are signed with an agency, they want to know that you are what they call client ready, which means they could send you on an audition tomorrow and you would have a darn good shot at booking that commercial if you are the right type. So you want to look at what kind of experience you have. What does your resume look like? Do you understand how to properly format your resume? Do you understand how to write a letter of interest that will grab the attention of the agency? Do you have a professional headshot? Not taken by your brother who has a nice camera, but an actual professional headshot photographer so that you have a stellar marketing tool. Have you studied, right? So some people are natural actors, but there are skills to learn. Whether you want to be a theatrical actor or a commercial actor, there is a skill set to be developed. So if you're looking at, hey, I really want to get an agent, see if you can check all those boxes off, because chances are, if you're missing one of those key items, you're probably not quite ready. If you're not sure if you've checked all those boxes, you might want to check in with somebody who actually works in the business. They might be a professional acting coach. They might be a professional actor. They might be an agent. Maybe you know somebody who's somehow involved in the business in another way. But the key is you want to submit to an agent looking as professional as possible, because depending on what you submit, if you look like you don't really know what you're doing, chances are they're gonna take a pass and say, thank you so much, maybe submit sometime in the future. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. Please, 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 if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, I would love it if you would share with your friends. Also, I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is the only way that you can ensure that you'll get all of my videos, and also you'll get them before anyone else does. You'll get them as soon as they drop, not when I announce them at some later date. I would also suggest that you subscribe to my email list. You can find that on my website, www.saragaston.com. Now, in this magical email group, I do share some tips, tricks, materials, and sometimes audition notices that I don't share anywhere else. So it'd be a good idea to join our community. I offer lots of free stuff to help support you on your journey, and if you're interested in more training with me, I offer that as well. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, break a leg out there.